When I picked up the phone to ask my daughter Sarah if she had chosen a date for her wedding, she didn't hesitate, didn't lower her voice, didn't even look uncomfortable. She simply smiled and said, "Oh, Mum, we got married last weekend very quietly, only close people." And in that instant, something inside me shattered, because for 6 years I had been the one paying her rent, covering her car insurance, buying groceries when she forgot, and sending money whenever life felt too heavy for her to handle. Yet somehow I was not considered close people. I stood there holding the phone in my kitchen, surrounded by cabinets I had refinished myself, wearing slippers bought years ago because every spare dollar went to her, while she laughed in the background and her husband avoided the camera in the photos I later saw online. Photos where his parents stood proudly beside them, champagne glasses raised, smiles wide, a wedding I had unknowingly helped fund, including the dress, the rings, and the weekend trip she had begged me to help with just a month earlier, telling me it was for something important. And I believed her because I always did, because I thought love meant sacrifice, because I thought being a good mother meant never saying no, until a week later when she called again, voice trembling this time, saying the rent was overdue and the landlord was threatening eviction. And in that pause before I spoke, I felt years of exhaustion rise up like a tide. Every cancelled trip, every skipped doctor's appointment, every night I lay awake worrying about her bills instead of my own future. And when I finally said calmly, "I only help people who remember I exist," the silence on the other end felt heavier than any argument, followed by accusations, guilt, tears, threats, even a suggestion that I wasn't thinking clearly anymore, that maybe I was lonely, that maybe I needed someone to manage my finances for me. And that was the moment I understood the truth I had avoided for years, that my love had become a resource, my kindness a weakness, my presence optional as long as my money arrived on time. And so that very day I cancelled the transfers, changed my locks, called a lawyer, and sat alone in my living room, shaking not from fear, but from freedom, realizing I had confused being needed with being loved, that I had raised a child but enabled an adult, and that if I didn't choose myself now, I never would. And as the days passed and the angry messages turned into silence, I felt something unfamiliar settle in my chest, peace, because for the first time in decades, my life, my time, and my future belonged to me. And though I lost the illusion of family, I gained something far more valuable: dignity, clarity, and the understanding that love that demands self-destruction is not love at all.